In today's video, I'm going to be discussing the truth about divots, and I'm actually going to be discussing how your hand should move through impact to help shallow your angle of attack. Make sure you check this video out. Allow that club to work up. Welcome back to the True Golf Academy. You've joined me, John Watts, today in my back garden. In today's video, as I mentioned there in the intro, what we're going to discuss is divots. I find golfers talking too much about hitting down on the golf ball. I mishit that, I need to hit down on the golf ball more. And the reality is, too many golfers like me are striking too much down, taking too big a divots. So I want to discuss how our hands should actually be moving up and to the left through impact, which is an area that confuses a lot of golfers, so please bear with me. What I'm going to hit very quickly, and the data will come up on the screen, is just a bog standard 6-iron, me not trying to do anything. I tend to strike down on the golf ball too much. Now, without having a great bit of kit that I've got here, you may not know that you're doing that, but look at your divots. I find huge, deep divots. What you see with a lot of elite golfers is shallower divots. There should be some with a mid-iron here, absolutely, depending on turf conditions, but I don't want to see big, deep holes, golfers striking down on it too much, struggling with the flight of it. So let me go ahead and hit a bog standard one, so we've got the numbers on the screen. A little bit out of the toe, but so yes, too much. 6.6 degrees on the way down. I really want, tour average is about 4 degrees for a mid-iron here. And slower swingers shouldn't hit down on it as much. So the majority of people watching this video are probably swinging it a little bit slower than the average tour player. So for a mid-iron, you should be hitting more down on the ball 1, 2, 3 degrees. You shouldn't be striking down quite as much. 6.6 degrees, and I delofted my so what is this? It's a 29 degree 6-iron. I delofted it to just under 22 degrees. So I took 7 degrees of loft off the golf club. What I need to feel personally is that my handle is actually moving a little bit more up through impact. And said at the start, that confuses a lot of golfers because golfers have been told to hit down. The reality, and if you've seen some of my content before, I have discussed this, but our hands should reach our lowest point at the last parallel position here, okay? P6, when the club is at last parallel to the ground, my hands are at their lowest point. My handle is now actually moving up and to the left, even though the club is still moving down. Well, how that happens is we've got to release this angle in our wrist at some point. So we're releasing it down into impact. So the club is still moving down, even though the club head, the butt end of the club, is actually now starting to move up. So with the driver, I'd really like golfers to create an upward angle of attack. They should hit a little down with an iron, but we don't want to see normally as much down as we're getting big deep divots, struggling with the flight of it. So a great exercise, I've done this with a driver before, but is get that club on the ground way before the golf ball and feel like you drag it through. Actually feel like that club is moving upwards and my body is having to extend to have that happen. Now this actually really helps me in a couple of ways. One, I strike down on it less, and two, I get my body more open because when my handle is moving up, my body is having to rotate to create that space, so it gets my body more open through impact when my handle is moving or feeling like it's moving a little bit more up. So when I get a better angle of attack, not as down as much, I also get my body more open through impact. So double winner. It is really a great thing to feel. We want to feel like that club is actually moving up into the golf ball, not down into the golf ball. If you're someone who's struggling with an over-the-top movement, very relevant for you again, you'll be moving this way down into the golf ball. Now you might compensate through impact and lean back. That's very different to the handle actually moving up and left. So what I'm going to do now is just do a little small swing from this position. I'm just trying to get that feeling that my handle is moving up and in front of my lead hip, my left hip through impact. So from this shape here. Now, I hit it dead center and it felt great. Oh, did we not record that one? How annoying. Let me hit that again. I better check that I've got the ball in the right position. It might have been a bit of human error there rather than launch monitor area. And that was a shame because I hit that one great. Right, from here, Sod's law, isn't it? Didn't hit that one as well. Hit down on that golf ball 1 degree. So I still hit down. I felt like I was hitting up, still hit down. But a huge change. So I got that path, nice couple of degrees into out, good club face position. I hit down on the ball, but not too much. It would be a shallow divot. It wouldn't be a deep hole. So for me, the feeling of the handle rising, which are great exercises, get that club on the ground before the ball. Allow that club to work up. You could almost try and miss the top of the golf ball. So from here, try and miss the top of the golf ball. My handle is working up and left. My body is having to rotate to allow that to happen. So from this position here, my body is having to rotate and extend to allow my handle to work upwards. I'm definitely not down staying in this position. My body is rotating and extending. Definitely something I want to see. Let me see if I can take that into a full golf swing. Obviously, I'd like you to do more of those drills and exercises first. But rather than wasting your time, let me try and give it a go from here. I'm going to try and feel like my body is extending, my handles going up and left. Felt a lot quicker. Felt like I generated some more speed from there. 88 miles an hour. Strike was a little bit out the toe. But some really good news. I hit down on that ball by 3.9 degrees. The figure at the start, I think, was 6.6 or 6.7. So a lot less downward angle of attack. I created just under 28 degrees of dynamic loft. So I de-lofted this by 1.2 degrees rather than de-lofting it by 7-8 degrees. Got a good swing path, good club face position. Wasn't my best strike, a little bit out the toe, but a great feeling for me is that handle moving up and left, allowing my body to rotate open. A great way to take that to the golf course is incorporate that as your practice swing. Get the club on the ground back here and just feel like your body's having to extend, your handle's having to go left. Do that pre-swing, and it's a great exercise and feeling that you can start to then take to the golf course. If this has helped, make sure you hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Cheers guys, we'll see you soon.